from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Back 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Walker. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Bates' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets him to the 9-yard line. Now Tua signaling to change things up. They'll run. Achane. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tua sets up to pass it. Able to get away. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And Walker has it. And he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Being chased out left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 43 yards. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like
ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right, come on.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. The Dolphins at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Long.
Now Tua. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Seahawks 17, Dolphins 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Tua. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because
he's got a man complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're right here. Ready, set?
Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Tua going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
20, TX. Out.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Let's go.
Running left, Achane.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Good.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Hey, 21 TA.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes out right around the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try to pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Chris Godwin.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready.
Tua, a final shot before half. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Watson, Oscar. Turbo 1, high.
Motion man is Schwartz.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the 2 is going to change things up. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw again. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That is caught.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw here.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Pushing his way through.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Flushed out right. He finds Smith and Jigba. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Chris Godwin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Dolphins 35.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point,
oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. He's on his way.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Solo left Zion. It's safe. Go ahead. Help!
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
All right, come on. Corner, long.
Tua sets up to pass it.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Miami Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
20, TX.
Tua going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second and a couple.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 8. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Walker.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Walker with another carry.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 6 yards away.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
All right.
Now Tua.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
They're right here.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 30. And bulldozing his way through. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Well, an impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
The two are going to try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? And my goodness, another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.